Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Mother-in-Law Suite. This week, we got a blast from the past. One of the original homies. We got Muk. We got the Michael. We got the Bogley. He's back. He's back, everybody. Say hello. Hello. How are you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm
How's it
doing
been
good,
going?
Tim. How are you doing on
I'm doing
this
good. I'm doing good.
day at a time?
It's a night. It's quite late. This is Friday night. It's not
It's
too
a
late.
good
Not
Friday
yet.
night.
It's
We're
like
not
11:30.
alone on
Hey,
a
we
Friday
vibing.
night. We're in the
We
mother-in-law
watched a
suite.
movie last night. We got a little some drink in us, a little bit of drink, and we watched a little bit of a movie. We watched Midsummer. We ain't gonna talk about it too much because I got something coming up, and I think I might discuss that at a future time. But it's something to look forward to. I will let you know. Um, but I will say the boggler, the bog man, Mr. Muck,
Hello?
Mr. Michael.
Hello.
What have you been playing? Gotta ask.
I've been playing Vampire Survivors pretty religiously. It's a
I
game that I woke up one day and I saw literally every person on my friends list bought it and was playing it all the time. I was like, what is this? It's $2? Fine. And I can't stop playing it.
Oh my God, I've seen this game. I didn't know that's what it was called. My buddy was playing this. It's a bullet hell like roguelike.
You are the bullet hell, which is an
Yeah,
amazing idea.
that's actually sick. It's really cool.
I
It has like an 8-bit graphic, or not even 8-bit. It's just pixel graphics, and
Yeah.
it's bullet hell. You're on a like basically infinite plane of grass,
There's
and you
different
kill these
stages.
waves. Oh, they're stages. Okay,
Yeah. You
but
can
you
you can
kill
pick which
the
stage you go
mobs,
to.
and they drop you like different guns or
They
weapons
drop
or like.
gems and then you have to collect like it's XP gems and you collect them and um you can level up and you're given a decision between 3 to 4 new weapons or like passive upgrades that you can get. And certain weapons and passive upgrades can combine when you level up the weapon enough. And that's when it gets like bullet hell. If you can like live long enough to level up high enough and just fuck shit up.
Yeah,
It's fun, good power fantasy.
I need to play more bullet hells. I never really finished Enter the Gungeon. I put out quite a bit of time in it, not too much time. I think I only have like I have like 21 hours. I have a decent amount of time in that game. I never finished it though. That's like one of the few. And I also never played Binding of Isaac. I need to go back and play
That
that.
one's a
I
classic.
like Yeah, I've never played it, and I everybody always talked about it. It looked kind of boring to me when it came out, and I
It
was also like it was weird.
it suffers an issue that a lot of roguelikes and roguelites have that it's such a slow start unless you like are a really good player. And that's what I
Yeah.
like about Vampire Survivors is that you immediately it's like, "Oh, I'm liking this. This feels good."
There was a roguelike I played that's like multiplayer. It's called Hammer Watch. I played that religiously for a long time. I actually like my friends got tired of me because I'd always be like, "Hey, can we play Hammer Watch? Hey, can we play Hammer Watch?" And they just never wanted to. That game's so sick.
Heroes Heroes
it's
of
not
Hammer
a
Watch?
no, that's the second one.
Oh.
It's just called Hammer Watch. One word. Hammer Watch is i-
Oh, I found it.
there's like different classes. You can be like a knight, you can be a wizard or something. There was a few, I think maybe like a rogue. Um, and each class obviously has their like power ups. I always played knight, but it's like this little teeny tiny area in front of your character that you can like hit your or your swing your sword in an arc. So it's like a 180 degrees in front of you will get hit if they're within like a few pixels of you. It's very small. But like you have a shield, so if you're facing the direction of a like a projectile, your shield will block it. So it's pretty cool. It's an interesting game. I had a lot of fun playing that a while back, but I wanted to go back and play it at some point.
It looks nice. It looks sick. I'm
Yeah,
pulling it up now. It looks pretty good.
what was that? Speaking of bullet hells, what was that PS5 game that came out that was a bullet hell like recently, but it was third person?
PS5. I wouldn't know what. I don't even know. I'm out of the loop,
It
man. You could
it
tell me
was
about.
Returnal. I wanted to play that. I don't have a PS5, but I really wanted to get one because this game looks sick. It's called Returnal. It's a Returnal is a third-person shooter roguelike video game. It's not a bullet hell, but it looks like one. Um,
Oh, is it
it's
this game?
it's made by the developers are House Marquee, and they are known for most recently, other than Returnal, um, really not much. Hold on. They did Next Machina, which doesn't really. I've never heard of that.
That's a game that was that's it was on the front page of Steam for a bit.
Next Machina.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it before.
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. I think I might have seen it actually.
I don't know its quality at all, but it's definitely something that's been in
I
my.
mean, they did the Angry Birds trilogy for PlayStation 3 and Xbox
Thank
360, so I guess
God.
that's something. Yes, a necessity. All heroes do not wear capes. Some of them are video game developer companies. Hmm. House Marquee. Anyways, so Michael, the man,
Yes.
the myth. Other than video games, what have you been up to? What are you doing? You watching anything?
I
You playing
I
any board
just
games?
I just recently finished catching up on Attack on Titan, and boy, I would love to know
Zooey
what
Mama.
horrible, depressing, dissociative drugs that Isayama took between writing season 3 and season 4, because that man, he's fucking insane.
Yeah, it started going crazy. I haven't finished all of season four yet, or season four part two, I guess I should say. I got about halfway through part two of season four. I think last episode I saw was them kind of sitting around a campfire talking, where Levi is back and stuff. Spoiler alert if anybody is kind of watching or kind of not watching AOT, and if you're not caught up, probably should be caught up.
I think
Um,
I think anyone who was waiting for part 2 to end and then seeing the reveal of the final part is now like, fuck it, I won't save it, I'll just watch it now.
Yeah, I need to go and finish it up. And I think it's funny how I'm saying like I should probably finish it, but I haven't even finished it. It's a from what I saw, like it starts going kind of crazy with it. Aaron and his brothers, like
Aaron and Zeke.
um, yeah, Zeke.
I love Zeke, he's my
They're
favorite.
like weird little kind of like just fucked up timeline. Like, because there's just so many different things that they just
Uh,
they'd go back in time. It like started pulling in like weird
there
quantum theory mechanics. It was weird.
I don't want to start any points in case I mention something that you haven't seen yet, but you're talking about how they're looking through their dad Grish's past.
I'm sorry.
You're talking about how Aaron and Zeke
Oh yeah, like he could go back in time and
they
like
were looking at Grish's memories.
it was wild, bro. I that one like messed with my head.
That was
I
when
couldn't
I
follow it. I started going crazy.
that's what got me interested in Attack on Titan again was hearing because the manga finished. I watched it when it very first came out, the very first season, and then there was
Yeah,
like that 4 year gap where they just didn't do season 2, and I read up until Reiner and Berthold's confession, and I thought that was terrible. Now I think it's one of the best scenes in the show, but
yeah,
but after that I dropped off. I was like, Attack on Titan sucks. It's gonna be like all the other big forced down my throat animes, and then I started seeing stills from the segment where Aaron and Zeke are looking through Grish's memories, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then season 4, the anime started coming out, and I was like, whoa, I just need to know, right? Season 4 is fucking spectacular. Even
yeah.
all of the animation, even the 3D animation, it's the music, everything's good.
I really need to go back and finish it. I've been watching a bunch of other shows. I is there anything else that you were watching?
Not anything that I'm right now I'm watching through Nathan for You, which that's always a really funny, easy watch. But now that I'm done with Attack on Titan, I can finally get on One Piece.
Oh, you can get on the One Piece grind, bro. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a slow burn that one is. I like One Piece. I've been taking a break from it. I was watching too much Shonen and I needed a break.
I,
So
I watched one of the movies and I thought it was really good, and even without the context of watching the show at all, I thought it
One
was
Piece
pretty
is
good.
sick. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
One Piece is so good, but I've just I
Stampede was
was
the movie.
yeah, I was watching that and like Demon Slayer and just watched and Attack on Titan and then I think I was watching something else too. I think I started rewatching JoJo's and everything else. Like I was just watching so many different types of shonen and I just got tired. So I got back and I started watching a bunch of slice of lives and that's what I've been watching now. But I finished up on quite a lot of them and then some of them are simulcasts, so I can only watch like one per week,
What's a good
which kind of sucks.
slice of life that you would recommend?
Whew. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's depending on what you're looking for. One that I just finished up, I mentioned on the podcast last week or a few weeks back. I think I mentioned it a few times. It's called March Comes In Like a Lion. It's not finished. The manga is way far ahead compared to the anime, and I'm not sure if the anime is coming back ever, which
Oh,
is
sad.
really depressing. I know, so I might just be forced to read that. But
We're in that
that
weird
doesn't
point where anime and manga are like entering the new generation because so many older things are finishing.
exactly. It's just March. It's so good though. It's about like a middle school shogi prodigy. Like he. Do you know what shogi is?
It's the I know what it
It's
is. I
like
just don't know how to
Japanese
describe.
chess, basically. It's like
Yeah.
more complex chess. Um, and there's more moves, more pieces, and like more complexities, I guess, in shogi, and it's really hard. And this character is in middle school and becomes a basic prodigy, a professional player. And and whenever he got into high school, he started playing shogi at a professional level as a profession. He was a high school student and a full-time shogi player, so he would go to these like go to try to go to school, keep his grades up, and then go to these matches which are rank deciding, which eventually will establish how much he's getting paid and everything. It's just it's a really cool, interesting ebb and flow of trying to maintain everything at once. And plus, like, he had some family issues, so he's like living by himself. And then there was like this like family of like sisters who lost their parents that like bring him in and help him out. It's a really cool show. Highly recommend
It
that.
looks nice. I'm looking at the art on Google. I looked up shogi because I wanted to see what the board and pieces looked like, and then
Yeah.
I got rid of shogi and I hit M on the search bar, and March Comes In Like a Lion was immediately the top result. So Google's
Mm-hmm.
got that associated.
Yeah, bro. March comes in like a lion. It's actually just listening to me. It knows you're talking to me. That's what it is. No, it's a good show. Definitely. Like I said, if you want to like, if you end up wanting to like it, and you're gonna keep going on, I'd suggest reading it maybe, and then
Sure.
watching it too. But because it does kind of just end where it feels unnatural to end, and it's really sad. Um, but another show is Ahar and San. So I'm gonna try my hardest. Ahar and San wa Haka Rinai. It's about this chick. It's kind of like Comey Can't Communicate. Also, that reminds me, I completely forgot about Comey, but that's one of the shows that I'm watching simulcast right now. It's on Netflix. If you want to watch a slice of life, that is like the definition of a slice of life, and that show is so good.
Okay.
It's comedy and it's about this chick. Her name's Comey. She's a high school student. I think she's like a second or third year, and she transfers to this school, and she's like the most popular girl in school, right? But she doesn't have any friends. Everybody like wants to be her friend, but she's extremely socially awkward. So she just can't make friends. She can't talk to anybody, but everybody like praises her. It's weird, right? So she like hangs out with this like I can't even remember his name. I'm so bad with names. She hangs out with this guy and he's
It definitely
basically a
helps they're a
nerd and
different
every
culture.
huh?
It definitely helps that the names are from a completely different culture than ours.
Yeah, I think I don't I'm trying to remember. Comey can't communicate characters.
Oh, I've seen this character. I've seen Comey
Yeah,
somewhere.
oh,
I've
Tadano.
seen people post pictures of her.
Yeah, Tadano or Sedano. I don't know. Tadano. Um, he's basically the nerd of the class, and no, not many people like vibe with him. But he's the only person that understands Comey because she literally doesn't talk, right? So he's like looking at her. He's like, "You don't like talking, do you? You're like uncomfortable." She's like, "Huh?" Like she's like I don't know. She's like obsessed with cats too. And anytime she gets surprised, she has like these like weird little cat ears that pop up. The show's adorable, and it's the funniest thing I've ever
It
seen.
looks
It's
it
so
looks
good.
cute. I like her
I love
design.
it. I love that show. You gotta watch it. It's pretty good. That one that plus it's short and it's like really easy to watch. So you'll watch a few episodes and you just won't realize it. Um and I finally I've been mentioning it um on the podcast. I mentioned it I think the last 2 or 3 episodes that I've been trying to get around to Kaguya-sama's Love is War because the new season's coming out. I'm finally started it up. I've been kind of taking a while to get onto it because I was watching so many other shows, but that's like my favorite. That's like one of my like top 5 favorite shows that I've seen like ever. It's called
Okay.
Kaguya-sama Love is War, and it has one of
Kaguya-sama.
the best OPs. It's
Love is War. Yeah, yeah,
Kaguya.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, bro, that show's so good. Imagine like the entire point of the show. It like explains the plot in the first 3 minutes of like what the show is, and it's so funny. Um, Basically, there's the principal and vice principal of the like the school council, right? The principal is a guy, and the vice principal is Kaguya-sama, and it follows their story, right? Of how they essentially love each other, right? But they can't admit that they love each other because admitting love or admitting some sort of emotional feeling like that is considered a sign of weakness, and they can't show each other that they're weak.
Okay, I get
So
it. I
so
get it.
so it's a lot of like mental games of them trying to get each other like the other one to commit like or to announce their love or or make it known. It's so funny. It's so good. Definitely a must watch, as one must say.
Definitely a decleanser after the what is essentially genocide of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's nuts, bro. That show's crazy. I know you used to play a lot of Final Fantasy 14.
I still do.
You still do?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Mm-hmm.
worth getting is it worth me getting back into? Is it
Um,
any fun, any good?
I mean, I like it. Really know. I don't really know your taste in games, and especially MMOs. I've grown up my entire life trying to get people to play MMOs with me, or just in general, really, and they're a hard sell.
I mean,
But
I'd love to play MMOs. My thing is like every time I play MMO with someone, I try to get like a character with them, so like a specific one because I don't play MMOs a lot. I have so many different types of genres of games, and I also don't play games every day. So like they'll end up like out leveling me and like outscaling me and getting so far ahead that it's like I can't join them doing anything.
yeah, well, the issue with Final Fantasy 14 compared to other MMOs is that no matter what, it is essentially a single player game. It just happens
Yeah.
that sometimes you have to play with other people. And so for the most part, you would have to be like two war generals entering the key in to open the button, like you got to be like working with each other, like, all right, I'm as far as this quest, because everything is very linear, everything is
Mhm.
unlocked in a very straight path, all of the main quests in the storyline. So you would have to both be playing on your own time, and depending on how each person plays, like one person could outpace the other, but it wouldn't be as ridiculous as like, oh, I woke up the next day and uh, my friend is max level in WoW, and I just found out how to tame a pet.
Exactly, bro. That's how it goes. Literally how it goes when I play well. Um, I don't know. The only other MMO that I ever had any interest in and played in, I played some Final Fantasy. I played a little bit of WoW, like Wrath of the Lich King, like on, but it was like only PvP on like modded servers, I guess. And
I
then,
think I know exactly the server you're talking of.
yeah, and then the only other one I played a little bit of Black Desert for a bit, and
I
I
played the
enjoyed Black
character
Desert.
creator for that, and then I stopped playing because
Yeah,
I
the
put
character
so much
creator,
time and effort in that character creator. I was burnt out.
bro. The character creator in that game is literally like it's so good,
It's
and I don't
impressive,
know why. It is really
especially for
impressive.
when it came out.
Like I think it's still I think the character creator still is probably better than like even Elden Rings right now. Like the character creator is sick. Yeah. So if I remember, you like filmed some movies a while back, right? You were working with your dad, or I know
Yeah,
you.
I was hired with my dad to work on a movie last year, um, under a bad moon. I believe now I am allowed to talk about it. Not like, I'm working for Lionsgate or anything, or a big major. I was never given an NDA, but it was shown, it was screened, it's in festivals now. It was a pretty
Okay.
fun experience. It was a really, really good 12 days of filming out in the woods, filming in, there was a laundromat that let us film there for a scene. It was a lot of fun. It was nice getting
I
to
re-
work with like actual people who work in an industry.
and care about what they do.
Yeah, and not like
Oh, I have to go
a
serve the
retail
drive-through window
job.
again. Yeah, I envy people that like actually enjoy what they do for a living. It's a blessing to do
It,
something like that, to have a job.
huge, huge luck.
Yeah. The is envy the right word? Did I say the right word?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
jealous. Oh,
yeah,
is
yeah.
jealous like
Envy,
okay,
envy,
okay,
envy
okay,
is
okay.
envy's like a historically like a, I guess, kind of stronger jealousy, but you could use it for the same. People will get it.
So what was it like being on set?
I was, my official title or credit was best boy, but I was also slate, which meant that aside from best boy being basically just the bitch,
Yeah,
I also
you're the
was the
best.
one,
Well, that's what a name.
yeah, the best boy.
Best boy. Wow.
But I
Okay.
also was slate, so I was the one who had to call all of the scenes and the shots and everything. So technically, technically, uh,
Yeah,
I have more screen time than anyone else out of all of the footage that we've shot
that's sick. Let's
because I
go.
had to be in every shot.
Phenomenal,
But it was nice also
bro.
being able to work down and edit it for like 2 minutes before we had to hand it off to an actual editor because my dad didn't want to work on it. But it was fun. The whole thing was just fun.
That sounds sick, bro. I want to get into it. I think it'd be really cool to be in some sort of in like the entertainment media industry like that, especially with the filming side of things. I always like I always was really interested in cinematography, and it's just, you know,
My dad gave me a camera to use a week ago because I was like, I just kind of want to get into photography and
bro.
videography, and I didn't think he'd give me a camera, but he was like, "Oh, sure,
Is
here
it
you
like a
go."
DLSR?
It's let
It's
me
like a
check.
video camera?
Yeah, like a proper video camera.
Nice, bro. That'd be sick. I've been wanting to make like a short film or something for a
It
long
is
time.
a Canon XA35.
Nice.
That that
Nice,
name
nice,
that
nice.
name and model means nothing to me, but I'm sure it can mean something to someone somewhere.
Canon X835?
XA.
XA35. Oh, dang. Goodness. Big boy camera. Nice, nice, bro. That'd be sick, actually. I know we were talking about it a long time ago about making a short film. of some
It's about as big
of
as your
some
hand.
sort.
You can hold it in one hand with the strap.
Yeah, bro.
Shoots in 1080, 60 frames.
I've been thinking about making like a cinematic and Star Citizen recently.
I'm gonna get into the machinima game 20 years late.
Kinda, yeah.
Hell yeah, make a
There,
comeback.
bro. There's a guy I watch. He also makes Star Citizen content. His name's Bed Bananas.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah, you should like like his videos are so cinematic and they're like story driven. I think it's so sick. Like I don't see why we don't do that more often. I think it's because like the games that like a lot of the games don't have the aspect that I guess the ones we used to record in did, like Halo 3, like Red versus Blue. Plus, there were things like that that existed, so it was hard to do anything else with it
Some
because it would
people
be
will
like,
just
hey, that's
work.
like Red versus Blue. It wouldn't be it's original. Um, or Gary's mod or anything like that. So I think it's really cool that Star Citizen can kind of or that games are providing players to have creativity again with the aspect of like making videos like that because there weren't for a bit there weren't any games that you could do stuff like that with.
Yeah, it was really difficult. There was a lot of shit that you had to work around. Even the original Red versus Blue, they had to cut the entire like screen in half because that was the only way they could get rid of the aiming reticle.
Yeah,
And then in like 2005, I think they reshot everything because they had an actual version of the game that they could just turn that reticle off. And I think we just played the audio over it again.
show was so good. I
It's a
I
classic.
really want to go back and watch it. It was so funny.
I've been having
So
that
that
feeling
was
too because I was thinking of when they switched to exclusively like 3D animation with when they picked up Monty Oum for like some prequel bits. I remember really liking that when I was younger when everyone else was like, this isn't the funny haha stuff.
yeah. Have you seen Smiling Friends on
I
HBO?
have very funny
For
show.
I'm watching that right now. Like I'm about think I don't know what episode I'm on. I think episode 6 or 7. I think I'm nearing the end, but it's I just finished the Enchanted Forest episode.
Oh, the Hobbit one.
Yeah, that one
That one's
was
so good.
that one's pretty good. I like that one. The other one
It's
was the Frowning Friends.
yeah.
I watched that one too. The Frowning Friends was probably I think that was like one of my favorites so far because the dude's just tweaking on the side of the street, and they pull, they just walk up to him, and he's like, "Didn't I just talk to you guys?" He's like, "I'm going crazy, man." He starts like he pulls out a gun.
Yeah, yeah. Getting in my
He's like, "Get out of
head,
my head! Get out
man.
of my
Getting
head!"
in my head.
Yeah, it
It
was phenomenal.
it's really nice seeing that show because I've been following all of the people who work on that on YouTube and Newgrounds for like as long as I've been on the internet. So seeing them jump, make that huge leap to
Yeah,
actual television and it's successful and it's written well and the jokes are well, it's like
it's a
it's,
really good show. It's
so
really
being
good. It
good is
has like,
possible.
yeah, exactly, bro. It's so cool. It's so good. Um, Another show, Muck. This is the TV episode, I guess.
Yeah, we're
I
just gonna talk
can't
about
stop
TV.
talking about TV.
I mean, all I've been watching has
Um,
been TV, so
the there's a. Do you have Apple TV? Apple TV
I
Plus?
I do not.
Well, you should look and see if you can get like a free trial or something for it and binge this show. It's called It's 9 episodes. It's an hour long each. It's seven. No, 7 or 8 episodes. It's called um. How am I gonna forget the name of it? It's called Severance, and it's about these people working for this company, right? And whenever their
Oh
job,
yeah.
right? Whenever they go to work, there's this chip that they implant into them that severs their memories from work and sever to like in their life, like home life. So whenever they're in there, they don't know their name, they don't know their mother's name, they don't know if they have kids, they don't know if they're married, they don't know anything at all, right? Um and like while they're in there, they don't even know what they're doing for work. They just kind of do the work. So essentially, people are like signing up to make themselves a slave and not remember it. And it's just this weird aspect because all the actors have to play two different completely people, but yet they're the same person. It's so cool. It's really neat.
I get recommended it a lot on my
Do
Fire
you
Stick.
really?
Yeah, it's always on the very top banner, the image of the guy with the office desk in his head, and that always
Yeah.
stuck out to me because that looks like that's like a good image. That's a good
Yeah, it's called
promotional
it's
material.
directed by Ben Stiller.
What?
Yeah. And it's a really good show. It's got like a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes too. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really nuts.
Ben Stiller.
It's a really good show. Really good twists.
It's directed by Ben Stiller and a guy who's what is it? Aoif? Sorry, McArdle.
Excuse me. I
Who's
sneezed.
mostly done music videos and commercials. So that's pretty cool. He's got to work on a show.
Let's go. It's so cool, bro. It's a really good show. I highly recommend that. Me and my sister also watched. I haven't talked about this one. There's a show called Russian Doll on Netflix, right?
I think a friend of
It's a
mine told me about that.
it's about like it's basically Groundhog Day, right? But there's no way like she can't figure out how to stop it, and it's like not just one person though. Like it's two people. So they have to work together to try to stop it, but then there's like quantum theory applies. So like the hints were or not the hints, but the idea of like time is relative, like matters in this show. It's really cool. Like fruit will rot until they cut it, and then they look on the inside. It's not rotten because it's not the same fruit anymore. Does that? It's weird,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's so cool. It's so cool. It's such a good show. That one's
It's
really neat. Me and
one
my
of
sister were
the
watching it. She thought I didn't like it at first, and she was like, "Are you gonna keep watching this with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's good.
one of
Very funny."
the three creators of it is Amy Poehler, the lead actor in Parks and Rec. So that's pretty cool.
Which is weird because the guy from Severance is also in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, he looked like a guy from Twin Peaks, but he was not in Twin Peaks. But when he started describing multiple actors playing the same character, same or the actors playing multiple characters but one character, it also sounded pretty Twin Peaks. But that's Twin Peaks is a good show.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, and I know a bit about it because I know Sips watched it, and
Really,
I listened to Sips talk about Twin Peaks
I would
multiple times
love to
on
know what the
Triforce.
fuck Sips thinks about Twin Peaks.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves Twin Peaks. He says, "Oh, that show's so good." He loves Twin
It's a really
Peaks.
good show. It is it is probably my favorite
I haven't seen
American
it,
live
or the
action
like. Are you
television
talking
show.
about the original, or like?
Twin Peaks. It's only one
Yeah,
show. It's a
yeah. I mean,
show.
oh, okay.
They did
I
two.
thought there was like a remake on Netflix or something.
No. Twin Peaks. David Lynch, Mark Frost. There was a two
Yeah,
seasons in the
pretty much.
'90s, and then it was canceled. And then they did a movie, a prequel movie that was hated originally, and now is like integral and everyone likes it. And then they did a third season, like 25 years later, and that might be the greatest thing I've seen in art. Period.
So, so, Mr. Muck, Mr. Man, Mr. Mike, the best boy. Uh, I have a question.
All right.
Have what do you have a recommendation on the Spotify or
Spotify, some Spotify.
music platform,
I got
anything?
I got some recommendations. I got some recommendations I got from my little playlist here. Um, I like me. Here's some easy picks. Here's some easy picks. Easy
Okay,
listening. Some nice
okay.
hip hop influenced.
Hit me with
Uh,
some.
End as in the word end, but it's like as if it's saying introducing, but end introducing by DJ Shadow.
Introducing.
That is
Okay.
one of my favorite albums ever. And there's also Mickey Mouse Operation by Little People. I think is a very nice,
Little people.
very nice kind of. it can be a little bit not bleak, but like it can leave people with a kind of somber feeling. I think it's kind of just a vibe. Pretty good.
All right, all right, all right. I gotta check him out. I gotta check him out. Um, beep 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 beep. Release radar. Hot on the press. Kendrick Lamar released his new album 12 a.m. this morning. Um,
Kendrick Lamar.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. There's 18 songs. It is an hour and 13 minutes. It's
It is a
apparently two discs.
yeah, it is a double record.
Double record. Bam bam. Bada bing bada boom, you know. Um very good. I think my favorite song so far is like N95. Um but the first song in disc 1 is very good. I highly suggest listening to the album if you have even like ever. If you've ever listened to Kendrick Lamar and you think you'd like it, listen to it. Just
I
listen
like
to the
some
album.
songs off of Damn.
Just listen to it, bro. Damn's good. And so is To Pimp a Butterfly and Mad City. Kendrick Lamar is my favorite rapper.
He's good. He's good.
He
Yeah, I
is
gotta
good.
agree. Although I don't listen
I
to too
enjoy
much rap.
him. Favorite hip hop artist. I think there was a bit more. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. The Deer Hunter, Dear, the Deer Hunter, right? Released a single called Ring 7 Industry. I think Industry is the name of the album that they're coming out, so I think there's going to be a new album or the album's name is Ring 7. One of the two. Uh anyways, it's a new single. Very good. I think the single's name is Industry and I think the new album coming out is Ring 7, but I have no clue what it means. Um
I only
but
know of
very
Deer Hunter
I am excited.
because one of their songs was in a Saints Row game, and that was one of the most intense games I've heard. Games, one of the most intense songs I've heard in a radio context. Because it's like I usually don't hear like prog rock on the radio. That's like telling a whole story.
I want to know what song.
I'll have to look it up. Let me look it up
We
real
gotta know what
quick.
song. Um, while you're doing
I know
that,
exactly where to look.
I am excited for the album if it is an album release. That'd be really cool, really sick. Artificial Language. I think I might have mentioned them once or twice before. They're a progressive metal group, but not too heavy. They're kind of similar to Haken or Leprous. Um, very good, and they have a really cool sound. Semi between the Buried and Me esque. Um, but a little less hard or anything like that. A little less intense, I guess. Very good band, I should say. I guess the album, I like The Observer, their first album the best. But the second one is also very good.
Is this?
Did you find what
Are there
song?
more than one The Deer Hunter?
Dear.
Dear, the Deer Hunter. Okay, then
Yeah.
it is In Cauda Venenum. It's from Act 3.
Oh, it's from Act 3. That explains why I couldn't find it. Okay, Act 3. Oh, okay, this one.
Saints Row like usually has just some pretty poppy stuff because they're not run by actual radio people like Rockstar was with GTA. So they'll
Yeah.
have shit like Panic at the Disco, Avenged Sevenfold, Paramore, and then like there's this which is like such a different energy.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like it. They got some good songs.
All right, all right, all right. I think I think it's about time we wrap it up. Thank you for coming on here, Muck, best boy, the man,
Thank you
Bogley.
for having me.
Um, is there anything else you would like to say, discuss, throw out a Twitter handle, something? Any
Um,
last words,
I'm eating a bread bowl from Domino's right now. It's pretty good.
bro? Let's go. Let's go. How's that bread bowl? It's very
It's
good. Pretty
pretty
good.
nice. It's pretty nice. I
Pretty
haven't eaten
nice.
all day,
Let's
so it's
go.
pretty nice to
What
have a
pasta you
big
got
old.
in it? Is it the chicken Alfredo?
Yeah, some chicken Alfredo. The
All right, the
classic.
man. You don't get the spaghetti. You don't sleep on the spaghetti, bro. Get chicken Alfredo every time. Get those meatballs out of here. I don't want them. All right. I think that's the end. Thank you for listening. Get out. Get out of
Go
here.
on, get!
Get out of here. I don't want you here no more. Nobody, I'm through talking to you. I'm done playing with you. Isn't that what Andy says? He drops Buzz or the cowboy.
I'm done
I can't
playing with
remember.
you.
Yeah, that's what Andy says from Toy Story.
Dear viewers, dear listeners, I don't even want you to be around me anymore.
Alright. Adios. Goodbye.
Peace.